again. And of course, I'm still working with my painting things. This one is ready to be spray painted. And I only do the spray paint as an extra safety for when I want to add resin. Did see a little error in this one, but now I have to wait till it's dry. Okay. This one is almost done. Managed to do much of the edge, but not everything, because I was in a place where I didn't have any brushes ready. And those are needed for those little spots. Let's see. And then this one is also ready to be spray painted. I think I'm going to turn this one into an extra big deluxe pin. Huh. Only had those spots. Okie dokie. That makes it a lot easier and quickly done. Oh, I forgot to put on my background music and my chat. Let's check my chat. There we go. Not sure if I'm going to add music again because I got copyright striked for the AI music lo-fi background. Someone recognized their own music in something that AI created randomly. So I did appeal the strike, and I'm just gonna check how that's gonna be. Can't really hear the... For some odd reason. Oh, that's here. Mute. Okay. At least now the music is in my ears. Okay, then this one is ready to be spray painted. Where's my little... cap on and spray paint, because this dries very quickly. Spray paint doesn't, by the way, that's still sticky. How about I turn the silicone mat backwards. And this can go air itself out. Right. This one decided to redo the eyes. Let's give you a close-up. Made the eyes silver. But because I spray painted it, because I want to keep all the glitter in there, it has some adherence issues, so we just dab it on a second coat. I think I'm gonna turn this into a pin as well. But this needs to dry. Right, the pink, the blue and the gold are not needed for now. So I'm putting those away. I use old copper for the edges, but I've seen how much paint there is in one of those markers. Not much. You can go dry. Now, I believe this one has a decent coat outside, so now we need green for the coat inside. Yeah, let's get a little bit closer. Oh, once I'm done, I'm gonna do cable management and all, but there we go. And have to keep everything in mind. Split screen because I'm still 3D printing. Doing butterfly wings, so that doesn't take that much time. Let's put my knife for here for now. And I'm spray painting my angel wings with a base coat of white. It's not perfect white, so I'm gonna need extra coats of paint white, but I'm not gonna do glitter in this one because Matsuru is not very glittery. Matsuru is actually quite dull, hence why his design is pretty dull on purpose. You know, those people that don't stand out on purpose, they don't want to stand out. There we go. This is just the first coat, so it's probably gonna dry quite quickly. And the dark brown. The cup already broke, but the paint is still fine. It's a very, very dark brown. It's almost black. It's not a black one. Let's see. Can I get a clear? Oh, sorry. Each time I have to redo this. There, that should be better. It's just because I change so much everything and clean up and move around that once in a while I need to recenter everything. Also, hello to second watcher, whoever you may be. This can just go dry over here. Matsuru, how far are you along? This way. Still need to do his backside, but I'll probably take that to the home so I can do that during whatever's. I do wonder what kind of back I should do. Do I already have a green one? The only green I have open is quite a light one. It's kind of mint. He needs something darker. Do I have a green? Oh, that's blue, black. Yeah, I have a green. Even though Matsuru doesn't have any earth powers, he does have a connection to the earth and the air, by the way, because his wife was an air user. Let's see. Brown is good. Face is good. So I need some of the green. And of course I need the eyes, which are a bit tricky because Matsuru has 2 colored eyes. They're green and brown. And usually I show that by painting his iris green and his pupil brown. But I'm not sure if that's gonna work on this. So we'll just have to see. Just gonna have to try. Still have way too much paint all around me. Sorry about a little bit of silence, but something private popped up. And private stuff gets priority because, well, you know, it's private. Right, I had a little dot of purple needed. If this is going to be a long stream again, I'm going to cut it up into parts again. I mean, who's ever going to watch a 4-hour stream? Sure, it's something you can put on while you craft, but like background noise. I don't mind. Right, I'm gonna need the purple anyway. Let's get my water over here. Put my gesso water back. Right now I just have a lot of supplies on my table, but that's just because I'm mass painting. There's a mixed part here. Oh well. Not something I can use right now, but maybe in the future. I wish I could put my text different, on a different spot. I don't think I can. Captions. Lower third, ticker. You can just not put them anywhere else. Yeah. Well, this is just how it's gonna be. Me moving away from the screen and then, oh right, I need to move that way. This brush is not suitable for this right now. This is probably gonna need a fur coat. Need to be very careful because this is a blended color. And I need to make it lighter after this. Maybe even add a little bit of blue. Or maybe some red. But I wanted to make it somewhat monochromatic. So meaningly mostly one color. So if I add blue or red, I'm going to shift the hues. That's not what I intended, so... Yep, moving out of screen again. Move it this way. Oh wait, now you're nice in the screen. And maybe at the end, I'll just let it stream some 3D printing while I go clean up in the back. It was 7 degrees in this space when I entered it today. I have my little space heater on, but it doesn't heat that quickly and only about 1 degree, 1.5 degrees. But still moving around does warm me up. As you can see, I'm 3D printing wings again. Currently, I'm printing the butterfly wings. I need to write down what parts am I doing. I'm having some issues with my whiteboard. Doesn't want to clean. I have issues with it. There's something like the protective coating isn't on it anymore, so once in a while I just need to get some spiritus. I'm not sure what it's called. I also have some whiteboard cleaner somewhere around here. It's not in here, is it? Anyway, this is purple enough almost. I'm going to make this line this purple as well. Can I switch the cameras? Like, yeah, see? This makes it a lot easier. I'm just going to switch cameras. Why didn't I think of that before? That's what you get for being a complete noob. And this needs to dry again. Now, I had the shiny yellow, gold for that, the yellow ochre. And this is gonna take, this is a very thin paint. I could blob it on, but I'm not in the mood to blob it on. Blobbing on usually means cracks or unevenness. And while I still have a deadline, it's not as pressuring as the first ones, because tomorrow the first free design goes up. Pictures are made. The third design, Aquarius, is also done. Just need to make pictures, and I'm probably going to do that today. And the fourth design, the D20, well, that's just been spray painted, so Matsuru is quite far ahead as well, so I still have about 3 weeks for him. Like I said, I can do the backside, for example, right after dinner, or if I'm waiting until something is being done. Something I can do during breaks when I work from home. It's like it takes about 5 minutes to do the back, and then you need to wait till it's dry. Now, where is my green? I put it over here. It looks quite solid already, but you can still see a lot of the 3D print behind it, so it's gonna need a lot more coats. And somehow this one, when you go over it, doesn't take away the old paint again, which sometimes happens with this paint on other spots, so I don't know what's the deal with this. This one I'm going to blob on a little bit because it's just a narrow space. Still have a few things to prepare. A few things to gesso. So I'm far from done. But at least the first few are done. And currently I'm focusing on my art for book 6, which I scanned, except one page, because apparently I forgot to do that one, finish that one. And I want to make a few extra. Red. Is a very good red. It's a good paint as well. I can't remember where I found it. Probably the Action. But if I find it again, I might take a second set along. And this one isn't designed by me. This is just a freebie I found online, which I want to turn into a magnet. So I have my own 3D printed button. Maybe one day turn it into a resin 3D button. Create my own mold out of it. Maybe if I have 500 subscribers. Worked a lot with glitter the past few days and it's everywhere. I know it's glitter. You as expected then that it is going to go everywhere. I have still a few things to design for my 3D printing project. Need to prepare the files for next year. Sure, I still have time, but remember, during the height of summer, I can't 3D print because after an hour it overheats and shuts down. I'm probably going to look into getting a few more small serving trays, plastic serving trays. Those are quite tricky to find, by the way. At least I haven't been able to find them much. I did find them in the Senos as a touristy gift. So I might just get a few more from there. And then I'm gonna need more silicone mats as well. Sure, I could get one and cut one up. That's also a possibility. And I don't like cutting up things. Okay, well, silver's almost done. Oh, this is so stuck. I hate it when that happens. Maybe heating it up will help a little bit. Probably not. Okay, this is not going to work for now, so maybe it's because it's quite cold in here. I'll just grab my other white paint, not super nice blend, and then I'll just ask my love to open it for me later on. Some people use dotting tools, but I haven't been able to use dotting tools that much yet. The paint usually doesn't go on the dot. There we go. Where did I put my... There, my bronze. Still need to do some extra silver, but I already started doing the back with this one as well. I'm gonna make the back bronze as well. Do the edges later. I prefer using the acrylic markers for the back because they dry a lot faster, and that's actually the only use I have for them right now. I don't have any use for acrylic markers otherwise. And I have a lot of acrylic markers. You can go dry. Silver will be done another. Okay, I can grab a new one to paint. And I know I need to do this one anyway, so let's start with that. And let's see, do I already have Mary somewhere? Should have her somewhere. There we go. Not much done of the back just yet, but the front is done. The acrylic markers fix a lot of the back anyway. Okay. These are two I'm going to start for March. Because all my vacations are over, so I need to work a lot more. Sure, I can work from home some days, so that means some extra time, which means during a break I can do the backs, things like this. But you'll see better paint works in the ones I take more time for. And sometimes little printing errors or string are easier to see when there's gesso over it because it's white. Sometimes the gesso just blobs on places where it shouldn't be. I did use primer paint, spray paint before, and I'm using that on the wings now, and I don't really like that much because it gives a glossy coat. And I'm like, and by the way, that is the matte coat then. And I'm like, that still doesn't adhere to paint that much. But like I said, this is my own mixture of rubbish paint, decent gesso, and crappy gesso, which was mostly run out anyway. Gesso, it all clumped together. And this one is decent enough to start painting. Now this one. get rid of this first. Okay, this should be decent enough. A little bit of specks on the side. Always check the back, and you can see even more clumped up gesso. Back hasn't been done that well, but I think my acrylic markers can cover that quite well. It's going to be a red back anyway. I will look for their coins soon enough, but I don't have much drying space, or actually painting space on this little platter anyway, so. There we go. Let's see, we're first gonna start with blade. That's gonna need the same blend as this one, because these guys are from the same country. I know same country doesn't mean same skin color always. In this case it is this story takes place right before the age of traveling. It's an alien world, so it doesn't follow our rules. But the age of traveling began not long after the Eternity series. And before that, people didn't really travel, didn't really go far. Meaning if they wanted only merchants sometimes, but it didn't go that far, because why buy from someone we don't know? Yes, they were very racist back then. And the age of traveling did start to change that. Everything is so pearlescent glittery right now. Brown. Which brown do I need? I think I'm going to take this little reddish brown. I actually consider it a bit too reddish brown. But considering everything is going to be fiery red anyway, I don't think it's going to look odd. When I created my zodiac, I tried to region-base the characters, which is quite hard to translate to in Paint. And hello. I gave the area south to all fire characters, signs. I gave air, I gave northern. Water, I gave east. And earth I gave west. Okay, there we go. Now I have to start looking for red paints. I need pearlescent red. Okay, this is something is stuck here. I need a pearlescent red for the dress, and I need a pearlescent red for the hair, but there we go. You go back in here. Seems our hello is already gone. Oh well. Right, looking for pearlescent paint because I seem to give pearlescent hair and dresses. I have this cable in the way, but I can do it like this. There we go. This is a nice red for the dress, but for the hair that's going to be trickier because I need it red. Is this a different or is this the same? Yep, found them. Nice. I prefer not to mix paints. We're still here. Oh, it's getting crowded actually. That's a new one. Anyway, welcome. You'll just see me paint my own 3D printed creations with my 3D printer running on the side as well. I can see Pikachu. I'm more Bulbasaur. Togepi. And more water types, by the way. In this household, there's also a lot of love for Charmander, Chikorita, Lapras, and Tinkaton. There's a ton of love for Tinkaton here. Also love, by the way, Articuno. First coat's always horrendous. This paint is not the most opaque paint ever, so it needs a lot of coats. Seems I missed a little spot with scraping off excess. But if you do have a 3D printer, check out my Ko-fi or my Instagram. It's also the name Kitty Ocean, because there will be a free design up tomorrow. So you can 3D print your own Bulbasaur. And I made the art myself. Oh, forgot to do a page of the body. So there's no issues with copyright. There we go. This red needs to dry. Now, let's finish her skin, because I kind of forgot the whole part of her skin. Her upper arm. Oh, I forgot to do her neck as well. And this is gonna take a couple of weeks to paint. Some people are like, what, weeks? Yeah, because we have this thing called drying time. and I still have a day job. This is just for fun. Hey, hello to you. Feel free to share your favorite Pokemon. We're on a Pokemon bench here. Huh? Where did you come from? Ah, sorry. I do have a Pokemon Go account, but I'm gonna keep it private. So that means a lot of issues with the make free quests, friend request. Of course, I have one friend, and we can befriend each other, of course. I'm getting out of screen again. Sorry. Out of view. But with my Tuesday evening stream, when I do the penny, I'm probably gonna work on my book 6 art. For those who are new, I'm also an illustrator and I write my own books. I'm an author, illustrator, crafter, day jobber. I also teach. That's not my day job, by the way, but I do teach. This looks horrendous, doesn't it? En het is prima om in het Nederlands te praten, want dat spreek ik ook. For those who didn't get it, it's okay to speak Dutch because I also speak Dutch. I speak better Dutch than English. I write better Dutch than English. Right. Blue, 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 blue. I need to stop bumping into everything. Do I have a nice navy blue? Where is all my blue paint? Of course, that's all my blue paint. All the way over here. I need a nice dark blue. Yeah, and I'm using brown as well. Let me show you. I'm not even using the black lines. Oh, I can. This one's dry. I use brown lines to make it a bit softer, not that harsh. Let's put it over here because I can add some glitter soon. This is a nice jeans color. If I recall well, the paint is not that great, but let's see. We still have time with this one. This one is from March, so it is a nice color. This is a nameless brand. Then you should actually know that it's gonna be crap. But they're such nice colors. At least they're not as bad as the Xenos acrylic paints. Those are horrendous. One of them was so clunky, I turned it into a texture paint. That's what all it was good for. Also, Labrat, while you're here, give me a moment. I was gifted this iron on for fabric, so you can iron this on fabric. It's a little red with the infinity symbol and a brush. And it's blue and white, by the way. There we go. This is the front. This is how it would look on a shirt or whatever. Are you interested? If so, I can take it along to the next time we meet each other, because I honestly have no use for it. But considering the heart, I assume you're interested. So next time we meet, I'll bring that along for you. And wow, 8 years on Twitch. That means, were you even technically allowed on Twitch when you're a minor? I mean, I've been on Livestream before Twitch. I don't even know how long I'm on Twitch. But I've started seriously streaming past year. And of course, I use my stream to keep an eye on my 3D printer as well. Oh, and it's done. Let me check the 3D print. Older than 12. Okay, cool. The nice butterfly wings. Oh, the plate is still nice and warm. Has some stringing, so I do need to clean it up. I'll show it on screen soon. First gonna get the new one ready for printing. There we go. I'm having issues with placing the plate back today. There we go. And that was the last one. There we go. This one starts printing. Got myself a tiny oven for crafting as well. Still need to find a place for it. So, 3D printing will resume soon enough. And these are the little wings I just printed. Designed them myself. Will be up for sale one day. Haven't even scheduled it just yet, but those are the wings. Right. Did I need to do anything more with this blue paint? Nope. These wings take, depending on the size, of course, about 40 minutes to print. Black. I need a black. Just a basic black, not a shiny black. That's with my grays. Well, nameless brand it is. If I want to get rid of my old paint, I need to use it. And guess what? That's what I'm doing with this project. Is this? Oh, don't tell me this one is clunky like the sailor's paint. I think this one is clunky, which sucks, but anyway. At least this one still spreads. One from the sailors didn't even spread. And you just kept all those clunky parts. But the vacation is over. Need to return to work. When I work from home, I can thought I heard something. When I work from home, I can put on my 3D printer, but only if I don't have certain kinds of shifts, because I can't really go up and down that easily. I was a bit worried with this paint, but it's okay. And of course, I can 3D print while I'm working on my art or whatever. I just can't stream and 3D print stream at the same time. And I rather do keep an eye on my 3D printer. I'm a bit of a worry bee. I always worry about things bursting into flames when I'm not there. And no, that didn't happen to me. I've been actually this worried ever since there was in the news that a house went up into flames because the adult in the house forgot to unroll an extension cable, and it accidentally cost the life of a little girl. So yeah, that's why I don't like to have things plugged in while I'm not there, even though it's perfectly safe, it's tested, it's all safety requirements and all. I just like, if I'm not here, it's not plugged in. And it also means you can't accidentally use any electricity while you're not there. I have a little place of things with misprints that I need to fix and then can paint. Let's see, I need to clean it up a little bit here because there's paint everywhere. Seriously, if I would stream my room I'm in right now, there's a lot of... let's see, how about we take this weird glittery one? There is glitter in there, but it's more silver. Oh wait, I think I'm going to do it everywhere. Let's first see what kind of a paint it is. This is from the Kick. This is actually more a glue than a paint. Let's first see how this one turns out. Because I have a feeling there's a very subtle glitter in here. Oh yes, this is a very, very subtle glitter. Needed to spray paint this so it wouldn't affect the base coat. I had that with Aquarius. I used paint like this on the base coat and it removed the base coat. So first spray paint. So this is more pearlescent shine, I think. Let's see how this dries up. Because if this is just a pearlescent shine, then it's pointless to add. Because this is already pearlescent. It seems there are glitters in here, so... Wait. Like, why is it so uneven coated? Yeah, that's what you get if you have to paint over spray painted stuff. Okay. We'll let this dry and then see what the difference is. But I think it's just very subtle, more pearlescent shine, which is fine, but this is already pearlescent paint. I have no idea what stream elements are. What are stream elements? Or is it is that a program or something like that? This one is done for now. was a little bit here. Stream Elements is a program. Well, actually, I usually use OBS. And Restream. And if I'm honest, I don't want to become a huge streamer or YouTuber. Would be nice if I would be, but it's not going to be my main goal. And it just has to do with I don't want it to control my life and get all stressed. Here's my little seal donut. Making sounds when someone follows. Not sure if I would want that. I mean, it's fun, but I already hate the sound of my cell phone going off. So I'm not sure if I would be cut out for things like that. Okay. And this one is finished. Then I can resin up. Yep. Maybe something. It's something for later. It's good to know that it exists, and I know someone else knows more about it. I can always ask them. Okay. Let's get my little brushy brush for the sides, the crevices. Cool. Thank you for telling me about Stream Elements. I'll look into it when I'm actually having a follower base. Right now, my streams are usually 4 people at the most. Sometimes 5. I think my follower base, I also know, and it's like 5 people. So if I have actually more than 10 followers, it might be useful to look into it. So I do thank you for telling me about this. Keep on painting the same space. I don't see any difference. No, because it's shiny. It's reflective. So I've already done it. It's tiny little crevices. I saw how much paint there is in one of those acrylic markers, and it's not a lot of paint. But it coats things well for me, saving me a lot of time. And it's easier if you want to do the edges. It doesn't really go over the edges that much. There we go. I'm gonna check the side soon enough. And pick my silver up again. That's my gold. I need my silver. There we go. Then when this is dry and checked, I think this one is ready for a final spray paint coat as well, and then I can resin it up. First, a little bit extra drying time. Right, how far along are you? Green is almost dry. Yeah, I do have OBS, so that's part I already have. But like I said, I currently don't even have a following base, so those reports aren't really insightful for me right now. I also get reports from Restream, how many people watched, and I'm like, some people watched? The unique good side of this crappy paint is that it dries quite quickly. Sometimes I feel like I'm in one of those memes with people like, I have 10 followers, I have 50 followers, I have 25 followers, and I'm like, and then the fourth one is like, you guys have followers? I feel like that guy. Yeah, there's not much difference with this paint. So this paint is more a pearlescent addition, which is fine. I'll just let it dry and then add the glitter anyway. At least I got a base coat. And now I have a paint I can make pearlescent without having a pearlescent version, which will be useful eventually. Matsuri is already quite done. Not fully done, quite done. Okay, so stuff is drying everywhere. I'm really having paint everywhere, things to dry everywhere. When things calm down a bit, I don't have 40 projects at the same time. Right now I'm just rushing everything. At least we're an hour in. If we hit the 2-hour mark and I'm not done yet, I'll cut it up. Meaning I'll go offline and then I go online again. I would love to add glitter to this one, but the person who will receive this is not a glittery person, so. By the way, this is going to be one of the freebies of my 3D printer project anyway. Remember, this Monday, the first freebie for people with a 3D printer. This is quite a heavy body paint, which is fine, by the way. Just add a little bit of water and it's less heavy body. But considering most of my paints are very watery, that's quite a difference. I've used this brush so much that it starts to fray a bit. Still have plenty of brushes, so don't worry. Mostly have thick brushes, which hopefully will be used later as well. There we go. Phew. Intense painting. Got a couple more tablecloths in for my eventually studio table, which is completely filled to the brim at the moment because of course new stuff got in, a lot of drying stuff. That's why I didn't put on that. This one's still too wet. Didn't put on that camera, that's too wet. I think it's time for me to start gessoing things again. Let's get my gesso brush. Where's my gesso brush? Ah, there's my gesso brush. Because everything is drying over there. Let's first do the things that only need to do a back coat anymore. And maybe I'll come across the ones for Blade and Aries. And then I can intercept those. Boink. Seriously. Even if I would have an empty space, I would still bonk against everything. Gemini. Right. Here's the space. Gemini. But the front is done. There we go. Already made a new batch of my gesso blend. Where did I use this brown? And usually I only need 3 coats. This is always the most boring part. The cleanup, I really dislike cleaning up. And the gessoing part. I see some error over here. Where's my knife? I just put my knife away. There it is. Okay, thank you for joining us. And maybe we'll see again each other. Grammar. Bye bye. Gemini and Taurus. And yes, I know I sound weird. because I prefer the Latin pronunciation over the English. That has to do with me just having a preference for the sounds. I know Gemini, and I prefer Gemini. I'm just weird like that. How about I not destroy the thing I just gave away? Let's put you here. It's a blank, and it's one of the freebies for Pride Month. Can't wait to start coloring those. And of course you have to pick a flag, and I'm like, this is Blade. There's blue on there. Oh well, that's okay. And this is, ow. Yeah, I just want to sound fancy. This is a Pokeball, so that's a freebie. Aries. Mayanaka's book. She's for May, I believe, or June. June. Right? No, yeah, she's May. For Sienna. And let's put those cookies away. Let's check the temperature, by the way. It was 7 degrees when I got here, and this little tiny space heater got it 3.5 degrees higher, 10.5 degrees. It's still quite chilly here. And that probably doesn't help with the drying time, but that's okay. I have work again tomorrow, so next time I'll be able to paint this will be Thursday? I think anyway. It might be we're just going to clean out the studio. Got our storage now, so things need to go to the storage. And while my father did say, I'll do it on my own. No, you're not going to do it on your own. I'm gonna help. So there might not be a stream next Thursday. There's not going to be a stream next Sunday because my student will come over then. But I have plenty of stock at the moment. And as soon as the old studio has the keys have been returned, then I'm probably gonna stream every Thursday, Sunday, sometimes even probably a Saturday. Depends if I have something to do. I mean, when it comes to art, I can stream it. But when it comes to writing or editing, that's something I can't stream. Sure, I could. But then people wouldn't have a reason to buy my book anymore. So it's a very nice consistency right now. This blend. not even sure if I need the big bases for more than one, but that's okay. Got a few more for the back sides. With this very weird backside printing. But yeah, this is more and more turning into an actual studio. But I do have to figure out how to prevent making a mess when I'm painting, because my paint is everywhere and I can't put away the colors because then I might forget about them and can't find them back anymore. So I already have a little station for that, by the way. But of course that's filled to the brim right now because I have so many colors in use. Because I have currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 projects being colored in various stages. I'm just going to take it easy with my angel wings and with my butterfly wings. Angel wings are all going to be printed. Angel wings are going to printed white, painted white. And then I'm just going to work from that. And the butterfly wings are all going to be painted black, spray painted. And my Kalis, which I also need to do, are probably going to be spray painted gold or silver, probably. But since those are not planned yet, I have a lot more time with those. Don't feel that much stress. First, the things that are planned, and that includes next year. Then I have a lot of things I want to design. That will be done after the streams. Not right now, because first book art, because I need to edit those. So that might mean eventually I stop streaming on the first day for a while, just to get some of my book editing on its way. Because, you know, books, kind of important too. And if my moving is done, then I can, for example, say I'm going to edit on Saturday. Or edit a couple of hours and then stream an hour or something like that. And I always have a gazillion projects on at the same time, so. Finding a place on my baking sheet. No more spot on this baking sheet. Then you go over here. Okay, these can go get their first back coat. First, we're going to do the wings. These are not angel wings, these are wings of a standee for Nurse Light. And these need to be coated well because I need to use glow-in-the-dark paint on these. And glow-in-the-dark paint is horrendous to work with because it doesn't really hold well. So I'm probably first going to need to paint them really white. I needed to do the other side. Come on. And it's gonna take a lot of coats. Lovely. You guys can go over here. I found that the ones with the weird backsides also are the ones with the misprinted fronts. But thank goodness all the misprints thus far are easily hidden. Or they're freebies. I'm out of screen shot again. Hopefully when my blend consistency gets better, I need less coats as well. It's just I had some rubbish, very thin white paint, so I figured I mixed that with my decent gesso. So that way I can finish my rubbish white paint. And last a little bit longer with my decent gesso. Okay, let's put these away. I think with the new blend consistency I need only 2 coats instead of 3, so that would be nice. Now those wings, one can go up here. And one can go up here. So I have space for one more coin up here. Fingers are getting cold. You know what? I'm gonna cut my stream in half now. In the 1.5 hour streams. Because to be honest, streaming for about 1.5 hours more, or maybe an hour, sounds decent. So I know this was a bit of a boring one. At least I painted some. So the next stream will start a bit with some start of gessoing. And when that's done, some cleanup of 3D prints. And then the next time I'm probably gonna restart painting again. And of course, some things where I need to do the back, I'm probably gonna take those to my home. That's so far away. It's like 10 steps away. So I can do that when I'm at home and have like 5 minutes to spare. So when I return, I'm going to shut down the stream. Only for a minute or so, so don't worry and don't leave. I'll be right back. And yeah, I'm still putting a few of my coins away. There we go. Okay, I'm on my way back. So I'm saying goodbye for now, hey, you know, because when I upload this to YouTube, it seems like there's a week past. So nobody knows I'm doing this. So bye-bye for now. And for those who tune in next week, see you next week. And I'll see the other ones in a few couple of minutes.